this part 2, y'all. So yeah, as I was saying, it's gonna be like a draconian society where you're not gonna get away with anything, and the least thing that you do is gonna get you a lot of time or persecution or penalty.
Comes loss of privacy, freedom, and humanity's chaotic soul. In reality, AI today supports decision-making, but taking full control flips centuries of democratic processes. Like the Industrial Revolution replaced muscle with machines, here AI replaces judgment with data. The consequence? A society operating on logic without empathy risks.
You heard that? It's gonna be operated on logic and not empathy, right? So for the smallest of things, you will be fucked up, you know. And like, look at all these drones that they're depicting. Basically, this is essentially saying that you're not going to be able to go anywhere without them seeing you. It's going to be a digital society, a technocracy, where technology rules the society. All right, matter of fact, let's get that. Let's see. Technocracy. The government or control of society or industry by an elite or technical expert. All right. It says an instance or application of technocracy. An example of technocracy is the former government of the Soviet Union has been referred to as a technocracy. Soviet leaders like Leonid Brezhnev often had a technical background. Engineers, yeah, basically is a society ran by technology. It says model governance for and decision makers are chosen for office based on their technical expertise and background. Yeah, their technical expertise and background. So it'll be a society ran by people who use technology and data, just like how they just said in this video, to instead of like judgment from people, they'll be using it from a technological standpoint.
Risking authoritarian rule masked as optimization. Step by step, governance transforms. Political offices fade, replaced by digital overseers. Laws evolve into coded protocols. Dissent is met by algorithms.
And he said laws would be digital. Hold on, let me go back.
Laws evolve into coded protocols.
Laws will evolve into coded protocols. So basically, they don't even have to, you know how a human has to assess whether or not you're breaking the law. They won't even have to do that. It'll just be in them. So if you even seem as though that you're about to do, they're locking you up. That's how bad it's going to be. And that's what's going to be the trouble for Jake in that time, because it ain't gonna be no, like, they already got the robots coming out now. They're implementing it and they showing you on these YouTube videos. Let me show you. Robots down. It's this, but fair use. This is a non-monetized video. Fair use.
Hey, my name is Jake, but perhaps better known as Rizbot.
So they got the Rizbot. Let me see. And he's going around. Look, they got him thinking, look, people are getting used to seeing them, and they're getting like, look at this shit. Look.
What are you gonna do about it?
Look, he's giving the middle finger and all that. He's making people laugh, making them feel comfortable. He got J's on his feet and all of that, right? But the whole time, this thing is gonna be implemented to put you in a terrible order, Jake.
Bro, yeah. So pull up then.
The robots are taking over, and they're doing it with one big middle finger to humans. Welcome to Weird But True. Playing soccer.
Fair use, fair use. This is a non-monetized video. I am not getting paid for this. Fair use. Matter of fact, let me change the speed.
On an essay or two. Calm, viral sensation on. He's also got away with the ladies. One Instagram user commented, "Robot."
And look, Jake, dumbass, sitting up here doing all that. See, that's what I be talking. But they gonna get what they deserve, right? So let's keep it going. Coded protocols. Coded protocols, right?
Is met by algorithmic suppression. Economic systems adapt to AI-led market.
It's an algorithmic oppression. So think about this, Jake. While you sit up there worried about your SNAP benefits right now, that won't even be an issue to you later on because you're not going to even receive that. They're going to they're going to have so much stuff against you, Jake. Like, they about to, they about to tear you up, man.
But unemployment rises as humans are sidelined.
And then look, because of the unemployment going to rise, you know, Jake is going to be majority of the people out here trying to rob or trying to steal some food and all that. They're going to be placed in prison. They're going to throw y'all in prison, man.
Order come at the cost of freedom?
And
could
by
humanity
you getting
coexist?
that MOTB, you're going to be fucked up getting that MOTB anyway because it's going to give you a cancer. So let me get this Revelation 16:2 in the King James, and it says, "And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image." Right? And let me get the the NLT version. It says, "So the first angel left the temple and poured out his bowl on the earth, and horrible malignant sores broke out on everyone who had the mark of the beast and who worshipped his statue." Right? So everybody who get that is going to be fucked up anyway.
Or would rebellion spark? This what if questions not just technology, but the very essence of control and choice. So, what happens when those who serve become those who rule? The future is silent, but charged, with possibility and peril. What if AI took control of the United States? The answer might redefine what it means to be human. What if the lines between man and machine blur completely? Stay tuned.
Hey, it's gonna be a wrap. But and then also the religious system along with the governmental system are going to deceive people to get this in the first place, right? So this is why I'm going to get this Revelations 19 and 20. Where's the King James? Oh, Salagi, y'all. And it says, "And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image. They both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone." Right? So all of this, like the false prophet are really the Roman Catholic Church, but it's really all of these religious and political factions that tell you that pushes out philosophies on ways of life and stuff, and they're gonna basically cause you to get that like your Good Morning America when you watch this, right? Hold on, let me see how much time I got left. Like basically your Good Morning America. This is gonna cut off, y'all. I'm gonna make another video. This is part 2, and then we go to part 3.